Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 back with another Star Wars review. This time we're going to take a look at Clone Commander Gree in the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series line. Now this is actually a joint SDCC 2017 exclusive with Toys R Us, and it was only available either at the convention itself and also in ToysRUs.com. I am unsure how available this particular figure is going to be in store, so I guess the best bet is to just check in store. I did end up getting this figure online, and hopefully there'll be better distribution for this particular figure, even though it's an exclusive, just because the online release of this figure sold out really quickly. So hopefully they'll be bringing some to stores as well, and not just a one-time exclusive online. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the box. The box is in the standard 6-inch Black Series scale design. It has a picture of Clone Commander Gree, and obviously the name there. He's an exclusive, so he does not have a number, and it has a bio on the back. Now, he is the commander of the troopers that were sent to Kashyyyk, and at the time of Revenge of the Sith was under the command of Jedi Master Yoda. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the figure itself. The figure is actually really well made in my opinion. It's got a lot of paint apps, and I think Hasbro did a fantastic job with all the weathering and various other paint applications to really help this figure pop. Because of this, Hasbro did state that this figure would be more expensive, and not just because of the exclusive point to begin with, because it does have a lot more paint applications than most figures do. It does have a lot of weathering all over, and different types of paint apps, and not just the standard design. Because of this, this particular figure ends up becoming one of the most unique troopers in the entire 6-inch scale, since it does have all these paint apps. Now, the overall design itself is pretty similar to what you see with the other clones though. So, now we're going to take a look at the accessories that it comes with. One is that he does include the standard clone trooper blaster, a rifle, as seen with some of the other 6-inch Black Series figures for the clones, and a set of binoculars here. So that's really nice that it actually has that. Now we're just going to quickly take off the blaster and take a look at the binoculars in his hand. Now, unfortunately, it is a little bit hard to actually get these binoculars to work properly, and it did take me some time to kind of put it into a good position. So it is a little bit of a different design for his hands in mind. He doesn't really have a good way to hold on to it, unfortunately. And that's a real shame, since this is something very unique for this particular 6-inch figure. So it is a bit of a shame that Hasbro didn't find a way to allow this to be held on more properly, but this is how far I was able to do it, since while the figure does maintain really good articulation as seen with the other Black Series figures, it's just not quite enough to actually get this into place. As you can see, I'm struggling already just getting this together, and it's unfortunate. But once you actually get it together, it should look something like this, which I'll get to now. So from what I could tell, I was only able to really get it as far as something like this, which is unfortunate since it's not quite as far as I would hoped it would. And for those who saw a few minutes ago, this particular antenna piece is removable. It's unfortunate that my copy, at least, has a problem with this particular piece popping out very easily with very minimal movement. And that's really unfortunate, since it likes to pop up quite a bit because of it. So now we're going to look on to the articulation points. The articulation points, the head is on a really nice ball joint, with not much movement just because of how tight it is, but you can move it 360 and so on. He has fully jointed shoulders, although the shoulder pads do get in the way, so unfortunately that's how far you're going to get, but it does go forward and back. He has swivels at the biceps, double joints at the elbows, although because of the armor pieces it's a little hard to actually use properly. He has fully ball jointed and hinged wrists, so that's nice. I'm going to take this little piece out so it won't pop out during the rest of the review. He has full rotation in the waist and a little bit of a crunch. He has full movement in the hips, swivels at the thighs, double joints at the knees, and fully jointed ankles. So you do have a ton of articulation possibilities with this figure, and that's really nice since it is a clone trooper. So now we're going to take some of the other clone troopers that I actually currently have in the 6-inch scale and take a little comparison between the various figures. So here's Commander Gree next to a bunch of the other Phase 2 troopers. I think they look really nice together, and especially with the different type of paint applications on this Gree, he really stands out next to the other trooper variants. The only other types of 6-inch Black Series troopers where I could tell I do not have is the standard one that was included in the Amazon gift set, and also Commander Cody. So eventually one day I'm probably going to track down Commander Cody since I really want to get him for the rest of the Phase 2 Armored Troopers, and Gree is once again another fantastic release in my opinion in the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series scale. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to track down because he is an exclusive release, but hopefully in the near future he will be a little bit easier to get a hold of if Toys R Us eventually releases this on both maybe online again, or at least inside their physical retail stores. So anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hirotaku. Also check out Twitter and Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible. And I'll be back with more Star Wars reviews, but for now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.